Okay, everyone, it's another Tuesday night. It's about 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Here's Cirilla and me, JM DeSantis, and welcome to my sixth live stream drawing. All right, so I got stuff on the table already, and as usual, it's a multitude of things. Thanks, Cirilla. I'm not sure exactly when we got started on, but let's get over to the table layout and see what's on there. Okay, so yeah, I have a bunch of designs I'm going to be working on. I don't know if it'll be through the whole live stream. Well, I'm not going to get them all done today, but a lot of them are for new stickers that I'm going to be getting into in the fall. I was hoping to have those done already, but of course they're not done yet. What else is new? Chadiana's not done. I'm still trying to get my whatchamacallit completed, my novel, although I did just finish the edits on it today. Yesterday. My final edits back from the editor. Cirilla, come on. What you doing? Maybe she's going to run the live stream, right? You're all up front. You're in the camera on both ends, right? Hey, lady. Well, I might as well give everybody a little cat camera for a bit. Yeah, you're going to knock that all out of whack, and I'm going to have to move it back into place. Don't get up on the keyboard. I don't want you to accidentally kick me out of the stream. Come on, lady. Come on. Wait. Just be careful. All right. Is that better? Stable ground, huh? Gonna let me draw, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's get that camera back in. Okay. Hey, Sarah. Give everybody a show. All right. So, yeah, I'm working on these sticker designs for the fall. Obviously, a lot of them are Halloween themed. If Cirilla's tail stays out of the way. And some of them will be a little bit of From Software themed, from Elden Ring and Dark Souls in particular. But yeah, these are all going to be for, well, because end of October I'm in Salem, although I'm doing a bunch of shows before that, so I want to make sure that this stuff's ready for it, so that's what I'll be working on. And yeah, some of those other pieces have to get done too. I even have stuff underneath this, but let's start with these over here as soon as I can get Cirilla out of the camera, although I know that's what everybody that tunes in for, is really this little lady right here. Right, lady? Hello, Beely. How you doing? Why don't you come down to the chair, though, huh? Why don't you come down to the chair? All right. I know it's nice. People want to see me draw, though. At least I think so. And I might as well just put that up because it's so true, isn't it? Yes, lady. We're going to have to rename it Cirilla Gets Pet live stream, right? She is really hamming it up today. At some point, we'll get back to the drawing. Cirilla's just going to, take it over. Man. Well, I hope this little bit of chaos will be entertaining for people, because I'm not going to be able to touch anything until she moves. Come on, lady. Yeah, she just wants the attention. All right, so live drawing with Cirilla, who will not allow me to get my drawing done right now. Are you a feature? Is that what you are, Cirilla? A feature of this live stream here? All right. Well, someone is watching on Facebook while you just blocked me out of my drawing process, huh? Yeah. We done? She's just off camera over there now, right? Oh, she's coming back. There she is. That head's already starting to peek in on the corner. Come on, lady. I gotta do my live stream. This is not what people are here for. Or, like I said, maybe they are. Maybe they are here for it. Although people keep leaving it. Oh, hello. Hello. Yeah. All right. All right. Captain, why don't you come sit here? Make it a little bit. I don't know. Is it entertaining? I don't know if you're entertaining. We'd have to ask the live stream. And it's not very active at the moment. Let's get my tools over here. Oh, you're coming back. Great. I don't think I should have named this one the 6th live drawing. I think I just should have named it Cirilla Live and then not take off the 5th like I was planning on. I am going to be taking off the 5th of September from my live stream. I'll announce it too elsewhere, but I just, I'm going to need a week off. And I figure I'll do it after, what is that, Labor Day, since I'm getting that weekend off. Okay, I think she has finally quit, at least for the moment. All right, so on to drawing, I hope. On to drawing. Anyway, yeah, so this one right here, I'll go over to Bristol paper out of the way, all my Bacon Story pieces. I don't know, I'm going to bounce around. This one right here is going to be for a sticker, right? That's going to be like an exclusive fall or autumn sticker that I will have as promo. And I will have that available on my tables and through orders, online orders or whatever, just during the fall months. September, October, and November. And then it will be retired every year. You'll only be able to get it 3 months out of the year. Not a full, a full quarter, but not like a quarter traditionally, I would like to have something special for Halloween since it is my favorite holiday. And I know, like, those lights are always too bright. It's not bad. What's weird is it's not bright enough for the artwork inks, but it is bright enough. But it's too bright for the art. Actually, I don't know that I really want to work on that right now. I know that I have to get it done, and believe me, I got to get the other 2 paintings done too. It's just a load of stuff. I can't believe how much I'm trying to get done and how much is not getting done. Anyway, let's get to it. So, here we are. Just work on this little Fortnite one. I remember reading an article about this, although it was apparently really early in Elden Ring that people would be putting messages in front of forts, because in those games, the Dark Souls games and Elden Ring as well, and Bloodborne, you can put messages on the floor for other players who are playing online and in front of and it's this is a great example of how translation works, right? Because I think I've talked about that on my stream before, since I'm very interested in languages. Players were leaving messages in front of forts, and they would say fort, night, because a lot of the messages are like predetermined. It's like, there's templates, right? So you can only use certain words and you can only use certain orders, but they would say Fortnite with an exclamation point. But the thing is, the Japanese players who were playing the game didn't know what the hell it meant. They'd be sitting there trying to figure out if they should wait for the night to fall in Elden Ring, because of course translated directly, Fortnite doesn't mean what the American audience was trying to say through the template. So they missed out on the joke. It was driving them nuts trying to figure out what the messages meant. So yeah, I thought I'd make a sticker about that too. It's probably going to be an obscure one that never sells, or maybe I'll be surprised. I find that when I'm at these conventions, I seem to find all the Dark Souls fans, and man, they are like so grateful to see like Souls game art and merch. It's still selling. That stuff is still selling better than the recent comic character artworks I did. So, I mean, why not just keep going? And you know, given like what did I do? Ghost Rider 2099, Spawn, and Battle Chasers. Those are all comics I enjoy or have enjoyed in the past, and you know, I just you know, but video games are still like the main what do you call that? They're still like the main inspiration for me, hence the vagrant story art I'm working on there that you can barely see because of the way the lighting in the studio works. Man, it's another reason I guess I would love to move. I'll have maybe a better setup for lighting my artwork. I just don't feel like any lighting works. You know, I was using oh yeah, and of course you can see my mess back there. But I was using the light in the kitchen instead of the light above me here, and that wasn't offering enough light on the boards, right? So I'm trying to figure out the best lighting so that I don't look washed out like a ghost over here, since I'm like, you know, white as hell. And then I want you to be able to see the art while I'm working on it. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a great combination. I can't figure out what I want to do today, honestly. Cracked pot, the turtle, this, that, the other thing. Maybe I will work on a vegan story art. What else, really? Anyway. Yeah, let's just get into this. Commander Nisa, who's already done. Yeah, I was just going to go straight in with watercolors over the top of her. Man, she's just been sitting there half finished the whole time. That was the one that Steph was critical about because it was taking forever on that hand. And then Ashley Riot. Let's start with Sydney, though. Let's go with Sydney. Now, the funny thing is, because I went so... I've only used like 2 tools on Nisa, and I do want these two to like wind up being like they look like part of the same set, right? And that they are not different from the other. Yeah, what is going on? I got a lot of like gnarly tips there. Okay. Let's get to it here. Maybe I should move my positioning. The thing is, I hate it when that thing's like right above my head, but it's the best way for you guys to see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's get to it. Because I'm always afraid I'm going to lean forward and that my head is going to get in the way. But I guess other than that little bit of hair, no, I can't lean forward enough that it's in your way. Okay, so let's get to it. Right? Maybe I do need the other one. I'm so good at making decisions for myself. Anyway. Yeah, I still want to get these done too. God, I can't believe how quickly the fall's coming. And I'm excited about it because, again, like, it's one of my favorite times of the year. Halloween's my favorite holiday. My birthday is 2 days after, November 2nd. So I've said yes, I'm a Scorpio. And, yeah, like, I don't know. I like the weather and everything. It's just a great time of the year. But it's like coming up so fast, and I have so many things I wanted to get done for it, you know? And I want to be able to finish all the outstanding artwork, including Chadiana, which I haven't done on the live stream just because I'm trying to fix up some edits on one page, and then I want to, of course, get the next issue out, and I don't want to provide any spoilers on other things. I'm still working on breakdowns for issue 4 because everything just got messed up with my schedule multiple times over now. So just competing things with my time. But anyway, yeah, I haven't done the Chadiana stuff. I may eventually do the Chadiana artwork on a live stream. I just want to take some time to finish up some of these other things. And I probably would announce it in advance of doing it. This way, people that are fans of the series, if I have any left, can actually show up and watch it come together. Yeah. Using my zebra pen right now. These nice Japanese pens, right? Actually, they're Chinese, right? That lettering is Chinese. Saying Japanese pens, but, well, not Chinese. Chinese isn't a language. I said that on the last stream. It's Mandarin, and the writing is something else that I can't think of right now. I don't know. Oh, the views are starting to stream in. Everybody that's coming in now, you missed Cyrilla. She was on camera for a good 6 minutes at the beginning. And then she disappeared. Moving a little slow today. Where am I? Yeah, everybody's gone already. Wow. It's weird, isn't it? The number just bounces back and forth. Sometimes there's people on, sometimes there's people not. Although I've done it. I've been watching somebody's live stream, and what winds up happening is I go to check a message or, a comment on something, or I just want to look something up real quick. And especially if you're on Facebook, it just kicks you right out of the, oh wait, Cyrilla isn't in the studio. Oh my God, I forgot to change that banner. Ooh, that was dumb. Sorry, people. Yeah, but it's a good reason to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because then you can shrink the screen and do whatever else you want while you're listening to my live stream. Hell, you can just mute my live stream just to give me the views. I don't know. I'm not really allowed to say that, I don't think, but you know what I mean. I've tried to do that for other people. Help them get their views in. All right, what did I do with the cap? That's the one thing. I move things around so much while I'm working. I never know where I put something at a given time while I'm working. I think that's looking pretty dead. I know that the light is blowing that out, but that looks pretty dead to me. I guess the key is going to be to get a light that is not so blown out, but I don't know what that's going to look like in the future. I got to move this down. I feel a little too far away from it right now. I get closer, but then, like I said, this one isn't in great shape either. All right, so losing my voice now. No, I'm not really. Where the hell did I put the thicker? Oh, it's right here underneath my fingers. Okay. All right, let's get going. All right, so Sydney's got long blonde hair, so I don't want to get those the lines inside too dark. I don't know. I feel like I should go back over Nisa, but let's get Sydney done. September and October are coming quick. I'm hoping to do well. Actually, I really need to get a lot of the horror artwork done before September and October, but I guess I could work on more during those months. Just because it'll be worth it to show off some of my horror stuff while I'm on a live stream. I think that stuff sells well too, especially like my Orlok stuff and my Cthulhu stuff still sells better than the superhero stuff. I'm not saying it's not worth me putting time into it. I do feel like, the superhero stuff, the fan art's been still like just another thing that people can come to the table and find. But I just don't, it's still not what sells the best for me. I do have to start having less available on the table though, because it's starting to be like I can't display it all, and that's making it harder. Like not everyone will look through the print thing, so it's imperative that I have a few less prints on there, just so that I can get them all up and displayed. But I went crazy with the fan art this past year. Well, this year and last year, really. It started last year into this year. Moving it over because I'm afraid to hit that thing with my head. It feels like it's right over me. And I guess it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the people are this fine Tuesday night. Some nights it gets busy, some nights not so much, I'd love to have some ambient sound in the background at some point too. That'll come along at some point. I'll be able to play it through the StreamYard setup there. Oh man. Sydney lost her. I really feel like I'm way too far away from this right now. Oh, I need to move this up. I'm sorry. I know that makes it a little bit hard, but because if I lean in, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about my face getting on the camera like that. Still a work in progress. Always. Right. And I will watercolor this, of course. That's how all the Vagrant Story pieces are going to be. I guess there's some more penciling I have to do still on this, but I just figured it was better to get started somewhere. I always do. I think I've said that on live streams too, that sometimes I just have to get started with the inks and then go back and fix things with the pencil, and it just is this like symbiotic relay. Well, not symbiotic, but it's this like back and forth at some point where I'm just ping-ponging between inks and the whatchamacallits, pencils, you know. Not too bad though. Alright. I don't know. I think I might have said it on the last live stream, or it's just something I've been thinking about a lot. But this like bigger, thicker, whatchamacallit, zebra pen has really been interesting to me. It's weird, right? Like, I don't feel like the strokes of my lines change too much, but it's like anything else. I just can't help but like play around with like new not media, tools. I always want to just play around with new stuff. I've said it, I've definitely said it before on the live stream, that I just love going into an art store and just grabbing a whole bunch of different supplies and then bring them back home and playing around and seeing what happens. It's just it's how I learned, right? Because even going to art school, not every bit of it was informative as far as like how to do certain things or how certain materials worked. Well, all right. A second. Yeah. My hairy fat arm is in the way. Let's cut it a little lower here. If I'm not working that far away, there's no reason to be. I just want to see what this looks like when it's full screen. Wow. It is very pixelated, though. I wonder why that would be. Like, my screen is not, but the drawing screen is very pixelated. Maybe it's because I'm using the phone camera, but, you know, I felt like I had been very careful to make sure that the settings on this were pretty high, right? I thought it was like, yeah. No, I don't need that. General settings? Yeah, high definition. Right? Automatically, yeah, right? It was like one of the best qualities, recording, right? Let me just double check that. Broadcast quality. Yeah. Unless you have 1080p access on Facebook, viewers can only. Oh, maybe I should switch it to 1080p on that one. Anyway, can't do it middle of broadcast though, so it is going to be what it's going to be. Maybe I can move it closer then. But man, that's going to really get in my way while I'm drawing. I just hope maybe it would be a little bit less pixelated while I'm working on it. I don't know if it will be, but we shall find out. Anyway, yeah. Steph's favorite part, even though he's not here. Steph Wilson, that is. Me going back and playing around with the hands. Hey, Cyrilla. I see you've come back to the studio to bother me while I try to draw. That's cool, though. Oh, man. Look at you go. All right, so let's go with the regular finger lengths. Yep. I don't know why. All right, that's why I'm going backwards with this hand. I am going backwards with this hand in the sense that, oh man, I have done so much work on Sydney's hands and these. I really hope they, in the end, are good hands because, man. So the forefinger should be out, the middle finger less out. This curves in. Right? It's the most curved in, and then you got that one. Then you got that one and that one. Okay. I guess that could be a better way of going about it. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. I had to fix this hand here because it's just not working for me. And if I've been quiet, it's because nobody's here anyway at the moment. At the moment, there were people here before, but why waste the time talking when I gotta concentrate on these lines for Sydney's magically, what do you call that? Man, I can't think. Oh, magical arms. I mean, really, you know, that is how they work. That looks like it's not supposed to go that way, but that is how it looks on the other one. So maybe it is. I've gotten like the song was a bacon story stuck in my head. Oh no, right? This one would be this one. Okay. There we go with that one. I'm getting some texts right in the middle of my live stream. Why? It's okay. It's just friends. Oh, man. Actually, it's funny. I really feel like I should do a Bride of Frankenstein piece. Somebody just sent me one, and it's been on my mind. Just that image of the Universal Bride is really great. Just sticks with you, you know. That shock of white hair that goes up in a lightning bolt at the sides of her head. It's cool. Vacant Story, I think, came out in, 2000? I was still in high school. And it's a weird credit toward what kept me mildly interested in comics because of the way the dialogue was given in that game, because there still wasn't a heavy use of voice actors at the time. It's a PlayStation 1 game. Not that they didn't exist, it still just wasn't so common. And then, it just, whatchamacallit, they used comic book voice bubbles for all the dialogue. Animated, by the way. They just, animate onto the screen. A lot of them were, predetermined sizes, but they were more to look like manga voice bubbles, which is why I prefer those, honestly. I don't really like perfectly rounded voice bubbles. If I didn't already have Mindy doing my lettering as she wanted to, I probably should have got a manga letterer. I'm shutting off. Oh, excuse me. I am so tired during these live streams lately, which is again why I want to take that 1 week off, September 5th. But I'll be right back at it after that. Although there's probably going to be some changes in some of the nights, because I would like to stream on October 13th, which is a Friday. Maybe after I finish playing Lords of the Fallen during the day. And then I don't think I'll stream on Halloween, as cool as that would be. I would probably stream the night before, So, Devil's Night, as they say. That would probably be my streaming night. Those two specific nights in October. Anyway, tell you, it is hard to draw with this camera in the way, but if it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to see it, you guys and gals who watch these videos, then it's well worth it, right? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, God. switching back here. There goes my pencil. And it wasn't Cirilla this time that did it to me. Look at you, Jeff. Just knocking your stuff on the floor. My mind is at work at the moment, thinking about things. I'm not talking about them out loud because they might actually be worth pursuing. And I don't want anyone to steal my idea in this case. Anyway, yeah. So, very interesting character designs by Akihiko Yoshida. I'd probably say my Japanese name is terrible, but my pronunciation is probably not perfect for those names. I don't know. Japanese is another language I always wanted to learn. It just seems like, actually, if I think about it, Japanese was probably the first language I wanted to learn. Just because, growing up, you're into anime, you become a weeboo, and you just want to learn Japanese. But no, really, another area where I always liked the culture, just exposed to it so much, mostly through video games. But, it still works, though, right? Like, it doesn't, I don't think, it doesn't matter how you come to a new culture as long as it's in a positive way. And I think it can really, if you have a real interest in learning about it, I think it can really expand your horizons in the world. It's good to be informed of other things. And it's interesting how much, I feel like, especially with stuff like Vagrant Story and Dark Souls, how much the Japanese culture just likes to interpret medieval Europe and use it as inspiration in their own games. I think it's fantastic. Speaking as someone who's, at least my great-grandparents at the very least, were from Europe. None of my great-grandparents, I think they were all great-great or great-great-great. Maybe they were some great-grandparents. I don't know. Anyway, right now it's just the JM talking to himself live stream, but at least Cirilla has let me get back to at least what the title of these videos is, which is the live stream drawing. Wow. Oh, man. I know that's really hard to see. Well, I guess it's not terribly hard to see, but it's not. I don't know what the magic way of doing these setting up the lighting is for these things, because it doesn't seem to work perfectly. It's almost like I got too much light here, not enough light down here, or maybe the lighting down there is good. I don't know. It's a good question. Comment, like, and subscribe. And when you comment, let me know. Is the lighting working for you? Is it not? Do you know how to change it to make it better? Please let me know in the comments below. It'll help me with my future live streams and videos, although my videos will probably, for whatever reason, live streams are harder to light, I've noticed, because when I make a video, I can light them pretty good. I mean, I'm not a lighting expert, but they do seem to come out better, let's say, than, say, the live stream lighting looks. I don't know, though. Yeah, let's move over. All right. Where is my old one? No, that one's up in one step on the tip. Let's get over to the newer one. The camera does make it hard for me. I don't know why. Because it's just like, you know, I always have to know where it is. I have to be concentrating on its presence constantly to make sure that it's not getting blocked at any point during the live stream. That's unfortunate how much that gets blurred out. I don't know. Again, please let me know what it is that makes the helps me to light these live streams better. What lighting setup, maybe even what lights. You know, I'm certainly open to it so that I can improve the quality of my videos. I guess it's a nice thing, right, about starting out live streams and live stream videos and videos in general on YouTube is even on the Facebook Live stuff, you're allowed to, there's a certain amount of forgiveness, I guess. You got to give yourself and other people forgive you for, you know, just not forgive you for, but you're given a little bit of leeway in the beginnings of doing this stuff that you don't know everything that you're doing. And I guess because of the quality now of the technology, it's not going to look horrible. It won't look great, but not like the early times of the internet when stuff really looked very rough and raw. And even the audio wasn't always great, right? Although I guess that's the charm of those old YouTube and Vine videos and such, you know. I was not a Vine watcher. Actually, I wasn't a YouTube viewer until I started watching Dark Souls lore videos. But those would only be while I drew. And then during the pandemic, as I think I've said, I just got obsessed with red letter media. And yeah, that was one of my ways of getting through the pandemic. Red letter media and Cirilla and my family. It's weird to still talk about the pandemic. I guess because it feels now like it might be further in the past. And, you know, I guess a lot of us would rather not relive it. Although, you know, COVID is still out there. I just knew a couple of people, I won't name names, but they just got it more recently. They're doing okay now as far as I know. Last I spoke to them about it, you know, since I do check up on my friends and colleagues. But yeah, you know, I had finally gotten it in November after going so perfectly on my streak. I didn't get to see my family for Thanksgiving because I was, what do you call it, quarantining? What's the word for it, Cirilla? Since you're messing with the camera again. Oh, your little head's getting in there. Some of these people, I have no idea who they are, but, or, you know, I can't remember always based on a screen name. Oh, Choi, right. Now I remember his screen name. No, is it? I don't think so. Anyway, I'm just like babbling to myself at this point. That's what happens. Lunatics like me, we just talk to ourselves when no one else is around. Oh man, those hands are coming out pretty good, I think. Man, what a struggle it was on that original live stream when I was working on these, though. This is a low energy live stream, but what am I going to do? You know, they say if you build it, they will come, but not today. Not today. I'm just like mixing different quotes completely out of context. Anyway. It's too bad. Too bad I didn't get more people on this stream tonight. Well, you know, it's only half over, and honestly, I've seen it all of a sudden pick up in the second hour. And then I've seen it not do it, which is probably what tonight's going to be like. I'm not going to get my hopes up for anything too special here. This weekend, I'll be out in Edison, New Jersey for my third New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival event. I did their showboat event back in what was that, March, and then in April I did their sideshow flea market. And now, yeah, I'm going down to Edison for another iteration of the showboat event. They have a Pennsylvania and a, whatchamacallit, one coming up too. Another showboat version, but I think I'm booked both weekends, or maybe one of them I'm not, but that was a weekend that I also passed on what is that? Salem, because of my niece. It's her birthday on the 20th. Since I got that wrong last live stream, I said the 22nd, but the 20th. Yeah. When I'm inking, they do seem to come together, don't they? Just not when I'm penciling on these live streams. What are you going to do, though? It's just kind of the way it goes. I just can't believe how many of these pieces that I have that are, what do you call it? Just in various states of completion. I really, really feel obligated to finish them all, but also the work is just like stacking up at the moment. And I have commissions to do too. I actually have, 3, possibly 4 pre-show commissions for Baltimore, which I'm doing this year again. I skipped it last year. I didn't want to be there on Halloween. And, yeah, but yeah, it's still a good show. I really enjoy it. But I feel like there's so many good shows that are starting to come along, right? Like I got into Terrificon a little bit later than a lot of people who were talking about it. I don't think I did my first Terrificon until 2021. I'm not mistaken. And I knew people that were already doing it before then, but, you know, that's another great show. Baltimore Fan Expo Boston is really turning out to be a great show. I gotta be honest, I like the Fan Expo people. I like their shows. I want to try out more of them. Pennsylvania didn't work out just because of the date, but I would have done it this year if the dates had been different. I I enjoy. Well, like I said, I enjoy their shows. They are good. Boston, Baltimore. And of course, when I talk about Boston, there's also Wicked Comic Con, which I only did the 1 year, but I liked that too. The original Boston Comic Con people putting on a new show, and it feels nice to do. And it just gives me another excuse to go to Boston, since I love Boston as much as I do. Reminds me of my friend Rob, who passed away years ago now. But he went to school up there, and we grew up together, right? But he went to college up there in Boston. And then he wanted to stay, and he was always inviting me up, and I never took him up on it. And then he had to move back to New Jersey, I think a year or two before he passed away from very rare blood disorder. But the shortened name is histiocytosis. But yeah, finally, after he passed away, I finally got to Boston, and I fell in love with Boston. And that's one of the few regrets I have in life, is that I didn't take him up on it while he was still alive, because, man, do I love that city. I'll probably stop in Boston on my way up to Salem in October, just because I can. Although it's a tragedy that the No Name restaurant didn't survive COVID, because I loved that place. I loved their lobster rolls. I loved the environment. I personally thought it was a great restaurant. So much so that I told the owner the one day, and he gave me like a free t-shirt. And now I have a free t-shirt from No Name Restaurant, and there's no restaurant anymore over there. It was on the pier. I found it one day looking for a lobster roll during the original Boston Comic Con. And it was like within walking distance of the Seaport World Trade Center. So I went. I think I was by myself that year. And yeah, that became a spot that I frequented every single year I was up in Boston. I went there until it closed and broke my heart. Actually, it's a funny thing. I don't even order lobster rolls in New Jersey, because I feel like it's just not the same. Nothing against my fellow New Jerseyites. I think a lot of seafood is good here. I just don't feel like a lobster roll is worth it. It's the same price as going to Boston, but it's so much fresher and it tastes so much better in Boston. And you get more lobster meat in Boston. Some people tell me I should try one in Baltimore, because they say Maryland has better seafood. Nothing against the Marylandites. I don't know. But I do like I do like Massachusetts seafood better. Although, yeah, Maryland seafood's really good too. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, how you doing over there, Cirilla? Having a good time doing your Cirilla things, right? Oh man, the back. I'm not going to do that tattoo right now. I really got to pull up that reference, and we're on the live stream, and I can't pull. Oh wait, no, that's right. Didn't I decide that I could do it over here from the laptop? Let's just shrink my window so I can put it in a different window, not a different tab, because man, last thing I want to do is not be in the live stream window when somebody decides they want to drop a comment. which, let's be real, it's not happening tonight. Anyway. Sorry, I gotta look up some reference for a second. Yeah, let's get something with some muscle in it so I can really see. I always forget where some of these lines go on the back, and I know that I should know it by heart at this point, but every once in a while I get the directions of some of the lines messed up. And when that happens, I gotta go pull up a reference again, right? Alright, so we got that there, right? And then this comes down into here. Oh, wait, no, that's much higher up. Okay, so you got this. It's because I drew in too much of that other of the tattoo before I got all this done. The thing is also his back is not very muscular if I think about it. You know, Sydney's back. Right. Yeah, you got those two little wings that come down. That's right. It's funny, you could say his back is more feminine or elegant in a way, but it has a deep arc in it toward the bottom. Which, you know, right? Here we go. Back onto him again. Just want to double check it. Yeah, you know, you can't see any of that. They just really... I know it's strange to do, but it seems like even though he's a guy, it seems like a much better idea to reference a woman's back for him just because of how effeminate he is. You know? So... I think that's about right. Okay. Now I can get back to this. Oh, there's a Cirilla hair in there. That's always bad when you're trying to ink. Just get one of her hairs coming in. I'm still not going to do the tattoo right now, so we might be finishing with Sydney right about there. And then I can come back to him later. So maybe we're going to move over to Ashley. Well, wait a minute. Let me just do some of the hair in here, right? I would like to match, at least in style, to the Nisa piece. These were supposed to be done months ago. And obviously that did not happen. I have started to really enjoy putting these little ticks on armor just to make it look a little bit more beat up. Of course, Sydney's arms aren't exactly armor, but I guess I'm giving spoilers. But I kind of already did that earlier. Here comes a new challenger. Somebody entered. Somebody entered. Somebody might leave. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Probably have that up here too. Just for when I'm working. Gone again. It's not a very active live stream today. Well, that happens though. It's not like it hasn't happened a few times. What I need is 1,000 subscribers, because then there will always be someone watching. At least I think so. I think at 1,000 subscribers, that'll be the case. And as I said on one live stream, if this dumpster will get lit on fire, I will make a video of it burning. That's my 1,000 subscriber on YouTube video. I don't know. There was a period of time where I wasn't inking so much. I was just really outlining stuff and then letting the watercolors do all the heavy lifting. But then I started thinking I really needed to work on my outlining again because, I don't know, I just felt like it was looking too shoddy. And then, I got I guess I feel again like I have to really start getting back to that thing with the watercolors, because honestly, like, it went so much faster when I wasn't spending quite as much time on inks, right? I don't know why I decided to start here of all places, but I think it has a lot to do with the tool I'm using at the moment. This 01 micron is great for little details. I used to use a 005, but honestly, these don't hold up very well, the whole time I'm using them, but they last a lot longer than those 005s do. Those things just can't take it. Unless it's on a comic page where I really don't have a lot of room to work. And I got to keep things fairly small in a panel. Because I do buy some of the 005 still, but not as much as I once did. I used to use them as a standard. I used to use them as a standard in my drawing tools, whatever, however you want to put it. That is a weird start. Usually I don't do it like that. Starting on the most tiny features, it's usually best to go working on the bigger stuff and then work your way down. At least in my opinion, I feel like working on the broader strokes is usually an easier place to start. But yeah. Obviously I didn't do that in this case, but we can rectify that. I just got like Cirilla hairs competing with me right now. Cirilla the cat, who may or may not decide she's going to join the live stream for a third time tonight. Depends. She had a pretty good screen presence right in the beginning, and then died off. Sorry, I feel like I just see her phantom walking around. I don't think she is. Really heard me talking about her yet. I know that Ashley Riot is not supposed to be Japanese specifically, but when I started drawing out for this piece, he did kind of have that look, and I don't know, maybe the people at Square Enix still wanted that. I don't know. I think there's just a hint of it in his design, even when you look at the artwork. I don't think it was an accident that showed through. Actually, Vagrant Story was another thing for me when I saw how jagged lines and textures could come together and still create a form that looks less boxy. I think this was how I saw that you could really do a lot with a little, because the animators on this team, they didn't use like a high polygon model for any of the characters or backgrounds, and yet because the textures, they were able to create a very lush and visually appealing graphic, designed to the visuals of the game, and it was very impressive. Very impressive. This game never got enough love. It's one of those obscure things. Vagrant Story fans love it, of course, but anybody outside of that probably slept on this one. And that's a shame, because it's quite a great game. I wish we would get a remaster. And, I think I saw something where the creator, Yasumi Matsuno, mentioned how nowadays it would have to be like a Souls-like game instead. I gotta be honest, between his writing and that gameplay, I would be all on board if Vagrant Story got remade into more of a Souls-like. I just got a little bit worried because, I don't know, I don't think Square Enix does action games very well, in my opinion. They don't have a good track record with them. And, I don't know. I don't know if Yasumi Matsuno could do it. He has a very different design sense, and nothing wrong with it. I love his games, but they tend to be very esoteric and obscure in their systems. So yeah, would he be able to develop a Souls-like Vagrant Story? Look, I'd give him all the credit in the world. I hope he could. Or, you know what, I'd just be happy with bringing Vagrant Story back and just making minor improvements to the battle system, because I do think there's a lot of great things in that battle system, like how you can focus on a specific body part of an enemy and just like wear that down so that you break their armor and it becomes like a weak point. But also it can make the got a moth in here. It can make the battle the times for battles, like small battles, very tedious, but I didn't mind it. It's one of those things where it's like the Silmarillion. I've read that so many times, but I understand why people don't like it. I love it. I might think it's Tolkien's best work, but I understand why it's not approachable for everybody, just like I understand why the Souls games weren't approachable to everybody. And so I kind of feel like Vagrant Story is like that. It's a brilliant game. Not approachable to everyone, but it doesn't need to be. I don't think that everything needs to be for everyone, you know? It's nice when something becomes very popular with a wide audience, but I don't think it's necessary. I'm not a gatekeeping type of person, definitely not, you know? That is not me at all, but I do feel like, you know, there's a point where things also don't have to be, let's say, stripped down for mass appeal, you know. I believe that some things just can be for the people that want to enjoy it or can enjoy it, you know. And again, that's not to keep people out of it. I think the more people that can enjoy something, the better, you know. Like as a Souls fan, I'm not somebody that says, oh, I don't want other people playing Souls games. I don't really care how they play it. I don't consider anything cheating. You want to summon? Great. I guess what I'm just saying is I don't feel like, you know, I'm not into the easy mode thing. I feel like games are just games and, you know, and if it's not the game for you, that's okay, you know. Anyway. I'm getting off on a weird tangent now. But that's usually the case. Especially when I don't have a lot of viewers interacting, because then I'm basically just talking to myself. You know? I promise he has a shirt. Oh, well, it's sort of a shirt. I don't know that you could call Ashley's shirt a true shirt. It's kind of like just a thing that drapes over the front of his chest, you know, over the front of his chest. How about just over his chest? That's a little bit too many words to describe something that's simply described. Yeah, well, you know, I am known for being verbose and wordy. And there was a period of time where I would just like way overdo it. Not that I still can't. Definitely can, which is why editing is so important to my writing. I used to not like it. Well, I gotta write. That reminds me, I did a interview with George Medina for his coming YouTube channel, and I did it months ago, but it's going to air, I think, in October. October is going to be a busy month for me, even though I only have 2 shows. Unless suddenly I get into New York Comic Con. I guess it could happen, but probably unlikely at this point. Unless there's a cancellation and they decide, you know what, we want that JM to send this guy back at the show. It's been a long time. 2017. I think that was the year that I tabled with my buddy Chris Campana, you know. And that's where I met Phil Russert for the first time. It was 2017's New York Comic Con. Anyway. I think somewhere along the line I'm going to go back in and do some sort of background for these guys, but I think it's amazing that I put that much work into Nisa's background, and I was just like, you know what? I think Sydney and Ashley are going to have much less detailed backgrounds. I don't know. The Nisa piece was supposed to be what do you call it? Just like a practice thing. And then I was like, no, let's do a whole Vagrant Story set, which was not in the original fan art plans. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I got to go back and look at the notes. Don't quote me on that. Maybe it was, or maybe I added it later. I can't really remember now because there were two versions. I wrote out a list last year, and I started working on it with the Dark Skulls and the Hobbit headshots, and then this year I really went crazy with all the rest of the headshots. I just decided to get all those headshots out of the way, since they were the fastest way to get a lot of pieces done. But then, I decided that these half-body pieces would be better for single characters, so making the move. I don't know, the headshots were worth doing for a bit, and they definitely give me options when because people like the way they look. So sometimes when somebody wants a commission, that is what they will ask for. Actually, a lot of times they ask for the headshots. I think they like it with that little banner on the bottom, which I did not put into these pieces for some reason, but those banners will probably be a feature. I mean, they're all over the pieces for the stickers too, I don't know what made me decide that I was going to make them a feature of my art, but there they are. They are just appearing in a lot of this stuff. Actually, this one might be a little harder to draw with. I think it's like leaking a bit. I wouldn't say leaking, but it's not. I can't control the ink flow as much. This might be the newer of the two. It might be the case. Ashley Riot, the Risk Breaker. Just to give you something different to look at while I'm working on this one. Okay. All right. Seems we have a bit of a burping problem right now. Yeah, definitely gotten more control off of us. This one than the other one. Couldn't get lines this thin with the other one. That's all right. Didn't mess anything up. It's just a little bit thicker in a few places. It's funny. I keep thinking about what Steph Wilson mentioned on the last live stream, how he mentioned character obscura, and I just think like maybe that's the sketchbook I should do. Really, just obscure characters. It seems to be what people are most interested in when it comes to my art, which is why I was saying earlier in the stream that like my superhero stuff sells. It's just not the big draw for my table, which doesn't upset me. It's like it's still, again, I said earlier, worth doing that work just to get more eyes and garner more interest. It's less about the sales than trying to get people to look at my stuff. But it just it's more likely something like this or Dark Souls that people will just be coming to the table and be interested. So I'm glad I did the superhero pieces. I'll see how well they continue to do, but it may very well be that my table, while not being exclusively free of superhero stuff, it's not going to be a heavily superhero art table. Although really, I'm hoping at some point that it's just more chatty on it and my own stuff again. I just needed a little bit of a change up, and again to kind of pull some eyes to the table with something that was recognizable to people. Hence all the fan art I've been doing. But of course, like I said, gotta choose the obscure stuff because that's just the way I am. the stuff that's not quite mainstream. I think I said to somebody once, like the most mainstream. Well, I did do a Batman piece, so let's not. Let me just stop myself right there because I was about to say the most mainstream thing I did was Spawn. Okay, I did do a Batman piece, but really, as far as like interests go, yeah, the most mainstream thing I did was Spawn. That was the most mainstream book I was reading because I read a couple of. I've read a few Batman series, but for the most part, I stick to the movies with Batman, and most of them are good. I think I liked Batman Forever more when I was a kid, and as I got older, I learned to appreciate that it's not a great movie. It's just too campy, right? Like, I think camp was great in the Adam West days, but I think trying to bring that into a movie, even in the 90s, was just like a poor judgment choice. But from everything I can gather from interviews with Tim Burton and other people, like Warner Brothers just didn't like how dark the Batman movies were getting. Funny to say that because now they're getting darker and darker as they go, because as much as I love Christopher Nolan's vision, maybe the best, I don't know, but Matt Reeves's the Batman was extremely dark, all things considered. I mean, he basically, well, he did. He turned the Riddler into a serial killer, really, and a bit of a terrorist at the same time. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, the Joel Schumacher Batman movies were probably my least favorite, which is funny because there are some really great Joel Schumacher films. I just didn't love his Batman films. Right? This. Everybody seems to be quoting Falling Down lately or referencing it, which I believe is a Joel Schumacher movie. Don't quote me on that because I really need to look it up. Is it? I think. I believe it is. With Michael Douglas. Although when I was a kid, I was not kid, but when I was young, I was too young to really appreciate how good that movie was. I think I just found it. My friends and I found it a little bit ridiculous. I really want to know. Joel Schumacher. Yep, directed by Joel Schumacher. So yeah, there's an example of a good movie that he did. At least one that I liked. Might as well just, I'm not always so good at like remembering, everybody's filmography off the top of my head, but then I'll look stuff up and it's like, oh yeah, they did that. I really loved The Incredible Shrinking Woman when I was a kid. The Lost Boys was his, which I'm going to say that's a strike against him. I'm sorry. I am really not at all, to any level whatsoever, a Lost Boys fan. I think it's a ridiculous film. Oh, Blood Creek? He directed Blood Creek? He did, and you know what? Wait, am I thinking of the right one? Yep, I am. Most people might not like that one, but I liked it. Number 23 was good. I'm just looking up his stuff right now. I didn't see Phone Booth. That would have been cool to see. What did I say? 8mm, great film. A Time to Kill, also a great film. The Client. Did I see The Client? No, I don't think I did. Maybe I did. It's possible. Anyway, yeah, he's got a good track record. I just, his Batman films aren't the best, and I loathe The Lost Boys. I think it is an insult to vampire film. And, you know, I like to make the case that The Lost Boys very much led to Anne Rice, which then led to, oh God, what am I trying to think of? Twilight. What's the woman's name? Stephanie Myers. You know, say what you will about Anne Rice. I know there's a lot of like avid Van Rice fans out there, but I liked the books until I reached The Queen of the Damned, and I mean the book, not the movie. Queen of the Damned movie wasn't great, even though, you know, I won't say that Aaliyah wasn't a fine part of that, but oh man, yeah, that book was disappointing to me too. I mean, of course, it's so much better written than the film turned out. I won't say that it's not better than the film. It's a tragedy what happened to the film, but am I going to say that the book was good? No. In fact, I have a copy of The Body Thief. Is that right? The fourth book. And I've had that book since college. And nothing has made me yet desire to pick it up after reading Queen of the Damned. I don't want to give any spoilers, but that film, that movie, I keep saying the movie, that book really just pretty much ended my desire to read any more of the Anne Rice Vampire Chronicles. There just was no point after it. All the mystery was resolved. Anyway. Good, the obscure stuff. I don't know. I think at this point in my life and career, I just got to embrace this fact that I'm going to draw the more obscure things. I could try to fit that round peg into a square hole and draw all the mainstream stuff, but I don't think I'll do as good of a job. I mean, yeah, if somebody was paying me for it, I still think I draw a pretty damn good Spider-Man, but somehow, you know, because he is not the easiest character to draw. There's a lot of proportions within the mask and such that you really got to be paying attention to. And I say that he's hard to draw because when I was a kid, I couldn't draw him very well. But yeah, as an adult, I feel like I do draw him well. But yeah, I think I just have to embrace the fact that, yeah, it's going to be obscure stuff. It's just going to be obscure stuff. So yeah, you know, like the James Gunn of draw. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to compare myself to somebody that is wildly successful, regardless of what you think of his films. I don't know that I've seen a lot of James Gunn films because, again, I don't watch a lot of superhero stuff. Good question. I have to look up somebody else's filmography. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see. Since we're just on all this, no, you don't even. Oh, there he is. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's the 5th James in Google right now. That's not good. How we doing, man? See, because I didn't watch any of these films. I know that I've seen one, maybe I've seen a single James Gunn film. Oh, he is known for writing the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead. Well, that was good, but he didn't direct it. filmography, man. Where is it? One person is in there right now. All right, let's see. I didn't see that. I didn't. He only wrote Scooby-Doo, huh? I didn't see Guardians of the Galaxy director. Wow. Just wrote a lot of this stuff. Except he only produced Brightburn. Who the hell directed Brightburn? Hey, Wendy. What am I drawing? I'm drawing fan art from Vagrant Story, an obscure video game that Steph was making fun of me for drawing the last time. Oh, produced by, who the hell directed it? David Yarovesky. I still haven't seen Brightburn then. That is fun. Yes, it is. I think I was just talking about how I really have to embrace that I just draw really obscure stuff. Obscure, at least for the mainstream people. I think Steph's onto something with that. That character obscura title. I think I might make a whole sketchbook, with that name. Maybe I'll have Steph write the intro, the foreword to it, just to give him credit for the name and pull him into my antics. How's everything going by you out in California? Hope you're doing well. Actually, on one of these live streams, I got to do Gobblers. I have to. I know this is terrible. I'm behind on reading everything. I haven't read Gobblers. I haven't read Lords of the Cosmos or It's Hot. 106 at one point. That's really not great. Lady Dark, that's what I was trying to think of. I haven't read Eric's Lady Dark, right? Radvon's Lady Dark. I'm behind on that too. But yeah, I want to do Gobblers on a live stream. Do the thank you. I appreciate that. See, another obscure book I'd be doing. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I would like to do it on a live stream. I think I just want to get a few more of these under my belt before I start trying to do sales on the live streams and such. And I feel very behind on a lot of the work I got to get done. Damn, 106 at one point. That's rough. That is rough. I don't love the heat, which is probably why I wouldn't do well out in California. It's only been I think it got up to 88 today. I think it's going to be 84 tomorrow. Oh, I didn't know you live streamed. That was, I don't know if Carrie Ann or Steph ever mentioned it, but you should go back to it. Actually, after 100, it is just hot. Yeah, well, that's true. I don't know too many people that like the heat, that love it when it's over 100 degrees. Even those people seem, it's 96 is a good spot. Just chatting and singing books. Oh, really? That sounds like fun, though. Yeah. Chatting and slinging books. Should still get back to it. That's what I could do on my other nights, is just watch everybody else's. I was in the pool after work. I didn't feel the heat. Oh, that's good. Because sometimes I know, at least here in New Jersey, I've never been out to California. Probably should do it one of these days. But I know here in New Jersey, like sometimes if the heat's really bad, hi Cirilla, thanks for blocking the screen. Um, if the heat's really bad, the pool doesn't feel cool either. It feels hot. Yes, hi lady. You're moving the oh hello. Say this is what happens. California is really nice in December. Well, yeah, I found that to be the case with Florida as well. Hi, lady. The one year my family went out, actually, we did 2 years, didn't we? Yeah, yeah, she's definitely fluffy. Good old Cirilla, my fluffy kitty. Um, you're the first interaction I got tonight. That's and I'm almost at the end of the live stream. It happens though. I mean, this is only my 6th week. I can't say I've been promoting it heavily. I've just been kind of relying on everyone's memory to come by. Kitty is demanding cuddles. Yeah, she is. She definitely is. She doesn't like it. Well, she doesn't like it when the attention's not on her if I'm talking to somebody. Ooh, we got a second person watching. Ooh, a third. Oh my god. Why is everybody popping up right now in the last 3 minutes? What a time to come in. And now Cirilla's derailing the whole thing. Right? Right, lady? You are making sure that say somebody bailed already because of your antics. Because of your antics. Probably not. They probably figured they'd leave before you left and it gets all dull again, right? What's up, lady? I'm not going to get to finish Ashley over there, am I? You're just going to make sure I am with you the entire time as we close this out, right, lady? Well, maybe not. What do we got? No. Well, yeah, that's just it. She doesn't like to leave me alone. The worst is when I'm doing watercolors and she decides she wants to walk across one of my watercolor pieces. Luckily, ink, the way I use it, it dries quick enough that she's not messing it up. I don't use like quill pens or anything anymore. There was a period of time I did, and then I just decided, you know what? I've learned enough. I'm gonna just use microns and zebra. Well, I do use a Pentel brush pen, but that dries pretty quick too. Yeah, they are awesome like that. But I don't know. I would love to be able to catch her on video walking. Oh my god, walking across some paint, and then just make cat painting videos, right? And then we could get all the ad revenue from that and just buy you nice things, right? Oh my god. I've never seen her move the camera so much. How old is she? So Cirilla, I was trying to figure this out on a live stream recently. I got her the year before. Right, let's get down to that comment. I got her the year before COVID, so that was 2019, and she was just like a few weeks old because a coworker found her in her mother's backyard, and I was the only one in the school to respond, so I went and met her. But anyway, yeah. So 2019. That would mean she's 4 years old this September. Yeah, a true rescue kitty. I don't know if she had an owner at all. I don't know if she was like a lost cat or or just like born, um, on the streets in the wild, whatever. But the reason I say that I don't know if she had an owner before is, well, they couldn't find a chip in her, right? So that was definitely. No, she was. I mean, she really was like. Oh, I see that. rescue. Oh, that's why you said sorry for the types. Sorry for the typos. Yeah, yeah, she was found, but she was very friendly, you know. She had no problem coming up to people at first, although now she's a little bit more, she likes me and my dad. I think that's about it. But yeah, she was she really is a very affectionate cat, but that's why me and my former coworker, she retired a couple of years ago, but that's why we just thought maybe she had an owner before, because she seemed pretty open to being handled and pet by people. She wasn't too skittish. But then again, I guess I don't know. Kittens can be like that. I had another experience with a kitten when I was growing up, and that one was very friendly, even though the mother wasn't. Not that I think about it. Yeah, it is pretty awesome. She's pretty. It's a good fit, right, lady? Oh, here she comes. Our cat walked into my classroom the second week of school. Actually, that's like such a better story. That's like a great story. Oh, that's really cute. Oh. What's your cat's name? I know I gotta wait for this the chat stream to update. He walked in and fell asleep in your chair. Oh, even better. Cirilla, when I first met her, was very friendly, but then the day I went to pick her up, which was the second time I went to my coworker's class, she just walked right into the carrier, and me and my coworker looked at each other, and it was like, didn't expect that to happen. And I just took her out. He was about 9 months. Oh, still a kitty. Cirilla didn't start looking like a real cat until, I guess, this past year. She's starting to get longer, filling out a bit more. I had about 15 9 to 12-year-old kids in there, and they didn't react. He was chill. Oh, well, it's helpful that the kids didn't react, because, I'm sure my niece's future self will love this, but I brought Cirilla over to my parents' house, and she wanted to pet her, and I said, Cirilla's in her carrier. That's good. Yeah, you did train them well. But yeah, and like, Cirilla's in her carrier. You should probably leave her alone. She doesn't like it even when I reach in there. And my niece Zoe did not want to listen, and she got swatted right in the face. Scared the crap out of her. She didn't break skin that I remember, because Cirilla's still gentle even when she gets funny. Actually, the only time she's not gentle is when she gets like really scared. If she decides to get in an awkward position on this drafting table, or if I try to put her into the carrier, what she will do is the claws will come out just automatically. She doesn't swat at me, although sometimes she'll do like a clawless swat. But she's not one to like really do damage, except when she gets scared and the claws are out, and I just wind up with like holes all over my chest and stomach. Sometimes my shoulders too. Yeah, but we're past 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Well, yeah, we're long past 8 o'clock, aren't we? Gonna finish up these lines here. Oh, it's back and drop. I've tried that with her. She really fights. She really, really does fight. I've tried so many different ways. Sometimes when I like have to take her to the vet and there's just like no option, I I keep 2 carriers. I keep one in the car and one in my apartment at all times. And there are times where I will just lift her up and carry her out. Yeah, I've done that. Wrapped her in a towel. She still finds a way to wiggle out of it. She's a regular MMA fighter, you know. But yeah, I have carried her. Yeah, I know. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the laugh. Yeah, so I'll just pick her up and carry her out because she'll let me do that, right? And yeah, that's that is how I gotta get her outside sometimes. I just carry her. And that she'll do. She will let me like hold her like a baby, although not with her stomach facing up, of course, like hold her like a baby. I'm carrying my grip on her is like I'm holding a baby. She's laying down in my arms, but that she'll do. The minute I start walking toward a carrier, though, then she'll fight me. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess finally when the action's happening, it's time to end this live stream since I've gone a little bit over. But I appreciate you stopping by toward the end, Wendy. When Cheese, our cat, goes into goblin mode, he gets air jail. Wait. He gets air jail held out under his arms and hangs for a second. He knows. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm glad you stopped by. It helps break up the monotony over here. I'm afraid I might have messed that one up over there. Oh no. I'll fix it. Because I'm a professional. Yeah, it was another one of those not very well attended weeks. Steph will probably tell me on a comment later. Oh, I forgot. No, I don't know. They're going to baseball games a lot on Tuesdays, I've noticed. Anyway, yeah. Well, I'll be back next week, but I think I'm going to take September 5th off just to give myself a break because my convention schedule has been crazy. But if you get back on a live stream game too, Wendy, let me know. I'll drop by. Oh my God, cloud of hair. But yeah, for you and everyone else watching this in the replay, you got Cirilla at the beginning and Cirilla at the end. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, let me know. And yeah, I'll see everyone next Tuesday. I hope everyone next Tuesday. Yeah, you have a great night too, Wendy. And yeah, have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye. See that, Cirilla? Wendy says bye-bye.